They found out who you were expeditiously. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they found out who you were expeditiously. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, it don't take long. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it don't take long. Family, it don't take long for people to realize that you won't step outside of character, but with being inside of character, you still have a way of expressing yourself, vocalizing your thoughts, and allowing people to know that you're not the one. Once again, all in character. It don't take long for people to realize that your reputation speaks for itself. It don't take long for people to understand that you're not a pushover, you're not a runover. It don't take long. They probably get the wrong perception, or maybe they get the wrong information. But once you get them straight, they understand who you are expeditiously, okay? Especially when it comes to strangers and random individuals who only have a face value of who you are. You get what I'm saying? They don't really know you like that. This happens on the job. They don't really know you like that. This can be school. They don't really know you like that. This can be random events that you go to. You get what I'm saying? But even those individuals get straightened. Even those individuals get enlightened. Even those individuals find out exactly who you are expeditiously. It don't take long. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to bite your tongue. You're not going to allow people to keep doing it. And you quit to nip it in the bud. You follow what I'm saying? Somebody drop in the comments and let me know. But the point is, y'all, is that they found out who you were expeditiously. And we're going to talk about it, y'all. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. If y'all was watching me, y'all know I was on my Reno Speech Riches channel first. We posting a little late today, y'all. Had to take care of some business. Honestly, y'all, all the way back from Thursday or Friday, right? But I'm back like Jack. And I had this download, so I had to get it off, okay? Not gonna really get into what's been going on, but we'll get right into this video. So like I said, leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it, y'all. Oh yeah, and before I get into this video, of course, y'all know I had some pork chop. What is y'all? Cabbage and some dirty rice, okay? It's a Sunday, so I had a little Sunday dinner, all right? But anyway, now we can get right into it. Y'all drop in the comments, let me know what y'all ate and how y'all been doing today, all right? I ain't forgot about my people. Number one, y'all, you don't hesitate to come out of your shell or bubble, okay? You don't hesitate to come out of your shell or bubble. Let's just get this straight, y'all. There's nothing wrong with being in your shell or your bubble. Your shell or your bubble is your protection, okay? Your shell or your bubble is your sanctuary. Your shell or your bubble is where you feel safe. Again, we should all have our safe place. We should all have our safe haven. We should all have a spot or a place where we can be ourselves, all right? For me, y'all, that's my home, all right? And for many of y'all, and many of us, it's our home, okay? Listen, this is the place where I pay bills. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. This is my safe place. This is why I pray. This is why I lay. This is where I cry. This is where I allow myself to be who I need to be. All right. I release here. The reason why I say that is because your shell and your bubble is your safe space. But every now and then, y'all, you can't be afraid to come out. And every now and then, you can't hesitate to come out. You know why? Because when you come out of your shell, it's straight business, all right? Anybody know about the snapping turtle? I'm sure y'all do. The snapping turtle only comes out of its shell to snap. The snapping turtle only comes out of its shell to snap. So if you have a problem, if you have an issue, it's warning you. It's in the shell. But the moment you come up on that snapping turtle, it's going to snap. And it lets you know exactly who it is as soon as you walk up on it. And that's the same thing with yourself. You're the snapping turtle. Whether you had to talk to somebody, whether you had to get some straightening, whether you had to get physical, or whether, and again, I'm not even trying to promote, hey, we're going to get physical on them. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that if you have to show a person by leading by example, hey, then so be it. It says in the Bible, it's a time for peace and it's a time for violence. It's a time and place for everything. All right. It's a time for war. It's a time and place for everything. And with that being said, y'all, you don't hesitate to come out of your shell or bubble when threatened, when called out unnecessarily, or when you have to stand your ground and earn your respect. All right. Or at least let a person know that you will be respected. The point is, y'all, all right, is that they found out who you were expeditiously, okay? And I want to make sure I highlight this. Again, this is not about being a tough guy, a tough woman. This is not about being the big head honcho, all right? This is strictly about protection, self-defense, and making sure that you have your reputation, your name, your character, etc., all defended, all right, by who you are as a being. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, okay? Number 2, the loudest one in the room noticed you, all right? The loudest one in the room noticed you. So, family, let's talk about a street team, okay? For those who don't know what a street team is, your street team are those who work on your marketing. They are the ones who promote you. They are the ones who talk about you. They are the ones who go out here in the street and they hand out flyers, all right? They put up posters about your business, put up posters about you as an artist. The list goes on. Most rappers have a street team, or a person with a business have a street team. Your street team is the loudest one in the room. But listen, if you are the artist, you would think that the artist should be the loudest in the room. No, the artist is actually recommended to be the quietest in the room. You the bag. You the brand. Okay? You the face of the brand. We need you to be cool. We don't need you to be the loudest. Your street team is the loudest. All right? And so the street team is really how the artists blow up, because they're putting the work out. All right? They're doing the groundwork. They're creating the layout, the blueprint. You follow what I'm saying? The artist is the brand. Reno, what are you saying? The point is, y'all, is that just like the street team, all right, your haters, your enemies, people who are against you are the loudest one in the room. And when they notice you, they going to tell everybody everything about you, how you handled the situation, how you talked to them, how you stood your ground, how you are a man of your word, a woman of your word. You get what I'm saying? All it takes is one person who's the loudest on the job, in the family, in the friend group, in that event or organization, and your reputation is going to spread. All it takes is one person, all right? The loudest one in the room noticed you. And ever since then, it's been a done daughter. Somebody drop in the comments and say it's a done deal. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, y'all, drop in the comments and say done deal on the track. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say done deal on the track. Number 3, y'all, is going to be this right here. The people you know warned them, all right? The people you know warned them. See, family, I keep saying this word reputation. Reputation matters, all right? Reputation matters. McDonald's have a reputation. Burger King have a reputation. But guess what? Five Guys have a reputation. Who have the best reputation? Five Guys or McDonald's? I think we all gonna say Five Guys. Chick-fil-A has a reputation. You get what I'm saying, y'all? And so when you have a reputation, it's not too many bad things the people who respect you and respect your reputation are going to allow other people to say about you. They just not going to do it, all right? They're going to warn people about you. There's people who will literally go to war behind Chick-fil-A. Why? Because of their service, because of their experiences, because of the speed of how they create and make your food, all right? Because of the brand. Some people are brand loyal. The point is, y'all, is that the people you know warn your enemies, all right? They warn your enemies. Think about the fool who tries Mike Tyson, right? And again, we know Mike Tyson is getting older. We know Mike Tyson is not the same 80s and even 90s and even 2000s, Mike Tyson, but it's looking like more so 2026 Mike Tyson, which I believe he's like in his 60s, right? Approaching 70s. He's not in the best shape to knock somebody out these days, okay? So we've seen. We don't know what he can do to the average person. But the point is, y'all, is that let's imagine if this is the 80s or 90s Mike Tyson. The fool who tried him, the fool who don't know Mike, all right? The fool who don't understand his damage, the fool who don't know what he can do. Guess what? Before we allow you to get your face beat in by Iron Fist Mike, we gonna say, hey, bro, you may want to reconsider this, dog. Hey, you may want to turn around, man. You may want to apologize, bro. You get what I'm saying? Guess what, y'all? The people warned him, all right, about Mike Tyson. Reno, what are you saying right now? That's the same thing with you, okay? The people warned them, all right? They warned them about your skill set. They warned them about your intelligence. They warned them about your gift. They warned them about your discernment. And the list goes on. They warned them, all right? And some people don't think that fat meat is greasy. And some people, that's all it takes is one warning, all right? Number 4, y'all, a bully attempt, okay? A bully attempt. A bully attempt is what it is, y'all, okay? No rocket science. When a person tries to bully you, when a person attempts to take your lunch money, when someone attempts to pick on you in front of the class or in front of the school, the list goes on, okay? A bully chooses its opponent, all right, by him or her thinking that they seen a weakness. A bully chooses an opponent by the weakness that they sense out, all right? A bully is never going to go to somebody who seems to be strong. If you go back to your school days, have you ever seen a bully, choose out the strongest of them all? The biggest of them all? It's always some puny person. It's always somebody who's not confident or have low self-esteem. It's always somebody who don't understand who they are, or maybe they don't even have friends, all right? It's a weakness. Yeah, it's a weakness. Maybe they seen somebody else bullying them and say, you know what? I want to bully you now, okay? But here's the thing, y'all. It's just like a strong dog that's small, all right? A small dog who happens to be strong. Another dog may look at him or her and try to bully it. But once they realize that, oh, this one right here is strong, I ain't going to be able to lockjaw on this one. I ain't going to be able to do what I want to this one. Why? Because it's stronger than you expected. So a bully attempt, okay, or a person thinking that they was going to be successful at bullying this particular person thing or individual turns into an attempt. Like it went from, yeah, I'm going to be successful at it to I tried. Somebody drop in the comments and say you tried it. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you tried it. Because they really did try, but they were unsuccessful, okay? So this is how they found out who you were expeditiously. It was through a bully attempt. They tried you on the job, but it didn't work. They tried you in the family, but it didn't work. They tried, but it just did not work. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. Your empathy was mistaken for a weakness. Your empathy was mistaken for a weakness. See, this is where we as human beings got this wrong. Because having empathy is actually a strength, all right? A king's greatest strength is his compassion. Being able to be off with your head or say, you know what, we're going to put a crown on him is a strength. Some people don't understand how to control that power. All right. Some people abuse their power. And if you abuse your power, you're actually a weak man, a weak woman. When you have power and you don't abuse it, that's what makes you strong. All right. The ability to have empathy takes a strong person. All right. Only the strong can have compassion for the weak. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? But in this world, they've associated empathy with weakness. And that could not have been any further from the truth. In that case, God weak. He has a weakness, not a weakness, but he has an empathy for his people. He has an empathy for the things that he created. Now, check this out, y'all. For me, I grew up around nothing but young ladies, right? And when I say that, I mean like literally young ladies. All my siblings are sisters. I don't have a brother. Okay, I probably told y'all this, but I know for a fact I haven't kind of went into depth. But I don't have brothers. I only have sisters. So I have about like 9 sisters, y'all. Please don't beat me up. But it's so many of them, like including my stepsisters, my full sisters, which I only have one full sister, but the rest are like half sisters. But I look at all of them like my sisters, right? But anyway, growing up with 9 siblings, it made me have an empathy for women, period. It made me have an empathy because I was taught not to put my hands on a woman. I was taught to treat women like a gentleman. You know, I was taught to respect women. Like I said, we ain't talking about O's and B's, y'all. There's a difference between the O and the B. I ain't treating them like women, all right? They are who they are. But when it comes to women and ladies, I treat them accordingly. And so the point is, y'all, is that the average woman, okay, probably would think that she can get over on Reno. I'm sure of it. Because she going to sense that, oh, he has an empathy. Oh, until she realized that, listen, I ain't trying to run game, but I can recognize when game is being ran. Reno, what are you saying right now? She going to find out who I am expeditiously. You get what I'm saying? Just because I have an empathy, don't mistake it for weakness. That's just a person's, a portion of a person's kind heart. That's it. I have an empathy. I'm not weak. You get what I'm saying? And so, family, that's the same thing with yourself. You have an empathy. It don't mean that you're weak, all right? Does that make sense? Drop in the comments and let me know. But, fam, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here after this recap. Number 1, you don't hesitate to come out of your shell or bubble. Number 2, the loudest one in the room noticed you, and they spreaded the news. Number 3, the people you know warned them. Number 4, a bully attempt. And number 5, y'all, your empathy was mistaken for weakness. Fam, get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, a Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.